They would be motivated to hurt.
Exactly.
Son.
I've been in denial.
There were some death threats.
We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy.
I'm in this insurmountable amount of pain.
You don't like to tell people that that's your pops?
Absolutely not.
John David, my oldest son, I said, become a better actor.
It's gotta be hard though when your dad is Denzel Washington and you're like, be a better actor.
Took all that resentment from people judging me because of who my father is. That motivation to be my own man, that fueled it.
My Achilles just exploded.
I was in the hospital for 4 days. With broken rib, torn meniscus, clavicle. I was in a boot and crutches on a strong dose of painkillers.
My whole life sort of flashed in front of me.
And I haven't been perfect, I'll be quite candid about it.
John David Washington once idolized his father.
My father would walk me around the streets of New York reciting that now is the winter of our discontent. It was like magic to me, seeing my father do Shakespeare in the Park, knowing he didn't talk like that at the house, and spit these words so clearly, this poetry. I fell in love then. And that's what I wanted to do.
But his father's growing fame changed everything.
Malcolm X changed our life. Security was necessary. There were some death threats. I became scared and apprehensive. We started moving to different places, started getting treated differently.
I miss being able to just walk down the street without having to worry about security.
John David's mom, Pauletta, had sacrificed her own acting career for their family.
She, in her own right, was more talented. She wanted to be there for us. I wasn't raised by a nanny.
And as the media spread rumors of Denzel's infidelity, John David's image of his dad came crashing down.
I'd never leave my wife. I may give her a reason to leave me, but I'll never leave her. And I haven't been perfect. I'll be quite candid about it. And
What do you mean?
Trying to distance himself from Denzel, John David abandoned his love for acting and chose a path his father failed at.
I've been playing football since I was 5.
When you have a legendary father like you do, a lot of children don't want to do what they did because it's hard to fill those shoes.
Well, that's what football served as. It was my independent card. And I had to bury my true passion and love, which was acting.
You played in the NFL?
Yeah, St. Louis Rams.
I used it as this rebellious quest of independence. My father can't help me on the field. In fact, it would hurt me. They would be more motivated to try to hurt Denzel's son.
And just as he was stepping out from Denzel's shadow, his dream was shattered.
I tore my Achilles. My whole life flashed in front of me in that moment. A 29-year-old running back that really doesn't have a resume, you're not going to get hired, really. So I basically knew it was over, football-wise.
With his dream of playing football in ruins, only his true passion remained.
I always wanted to be an actor. This is the space, this is the opportunity while I'm in this insurmountable amount of pain. I was in a boot and crutches on a strong dose of painkillers. I was in spiritual transit. I was excited about the unknown, but deeply terrified of it as well.
Before he'd even healed, John David threw himself into auditions, and there was only one person he trusted to guide him.
Now, I had prepared for the auditions with my mom. She was giving me no, she was killing me. She was very tough, but it served for my better interest. She sacrificed her career for her children, and that's part of the motivation of why I will never stop. I'm gonna be relentless in this pursuit.
Afraid of ending up in Denzel's shadow, John David lied about his identity.
You would tell people your father was in construction.
They would act differently until they found out.
I wanted to start making my own name.
What made Denzel great was that he never hid where he came from.
My wife is the backbone of our family, and I'm wise enough to admit that.
Most times she carried me.
And my mother actually was making more money than he was when they started.
But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back.
And we've gone through ups and downs, and we're still together, and we're best friends.
It's a strong union, my mother and my father.
John David finally understood Denzel's path.
I remember years ago, John David, he said, Dad, you know, it's such pressure, you being my dad.
There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living.
He was a father that provided. He was a father that went to work, didn't apologize for it, worked hard. And those values, those hard work was instilled in all of us.
And when John David's hard work was rewarded with a Golden Globe nomination, he proudly embraced both of his parents.
I was with my father. It just starts to slow down. And here we go, John David. He looked at me, and then we just do this. For like 5 minutes. It was super emotional. He was nervous. I was honored to be a supportive firstborn son.
Being the son of Denzel Washington was...
And Pauletta Washington.
And Paul, thank you.
All of his achievements that you're most proud of?
Our children.
John David's parents taught him the value of achieving his true goal.
Dreams without goals remain dreams, just dreams, and ultimately fuel disappointment.
All those life lessons I applied to now. I'd much rather be doing what I'm doing now. This was a childhood dream of mine. I've been wanting to do what I'm doing now since I can remember.
Because when we work towards a shared goal, we help each other climb even higher.
My father taught me how to hunt. My mother taught me how to love.
To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
It's so magical. It's so beautiful. It's so spiritual when everybody's on the same page trying to achieve the same thing.